Yeah, you gotta do that.
There we go.
Yeah, I'm still a rookie at this stuff. I'm not professionals like you guys, but we are live now. We're 10 seconds in. This is a return to my 8 at 8 series. I've had to take a few weeks off just for some family time and family stuff that we needed to take care of. I did have Marcie scheduled, a couple of weeks ago, I believe it was, and I'd had to cancel on her at the last minute. She understood, and I appreciate that. And that situation has been resolved, so we're good to go on that. I will introduce you real quick. Marcie, this is the Frugal Peanut Reseller. You have any opening statements or a State of the Union address, or you want to smack Chuck that's like a foot and a half from you?
I'd like to plead the fifth.
That's a good one. I'd like to drink a fifth, but yeah. All right. Well, so we'll go ahead and get into it. What this is, again, just to kind of refresh everybody's memory and refresh my own memory because I'm old. It's just 8 questions for another reseller. Usually what we do is break it up into 4 reseller questions and 4 non-reseller questions, just to kind of get to know you, get to know the reseller, and maybe have a little fun along the way. Who knows? So I will get started here with the first question. This one does come up quite a bit. I need to maybe change up my rotation a little bit, but I do like the answers on some of these because you learn a lot about different people. What is your favorite genre of music or favorite song to sing along to when you're all alone, either in the car, office, house, out in the yard, whatever?
So I don't really have a favorite genre of music. I love all kind of music, but I would say if I'm in the car and I hear AC/DC or Def Leppard,
There you go.
I gotta crank it up.
Yeah. Def Leppard was probably like the 4th or 5th concert I'd ever gone to.
Nice.
I saw AC/DC once, but I may have been. I don't remember a whole lot about the show. I'll just say that much.
That must have been a good time.
All right, so a little bit of a metal fan or a pop metal. Well, not really pop metal. They were just more popular than some of the other heavy metal bands. But yeah, AC/DC and Def Leppard, that's always a good choice. My dad was a huge AC/DC fan. He would terrify the neighbors, testing out the speakers in our house. All right, so next up, these were non-reselling questions. I started out backwards.
Oh, that's all right.
Thanks. And you know what? I printed them off wrong too. So we're gonna continue with the non-reselling questions, and then I'll get to the reselling questions that I'm gonna have to pull back up on my email here. All right. So second off, what is your favorite movie that you can quote line by line and just annoy everybody that's in the room with you?
The Karate Kid.
Karate Kid, the original?
Yeah.
Okay. I was never a Ralph Macchio guy. I can't watch him for more than like 3 seconds.
What?
But the other guy, Zabka, I can watch him, and I had no problem with Mr. Miyagi, but I just can't watch Ralph Macchio. So
yeah, I love that movie.
So line for line, and you spout it out before they say it and all that stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's the way you can get everybody annoyed, get them to leave the room. That way you can watch the movie all by yourself.
There you go.
That's it. Nobody hogging the popcorn. All right. Along the lines of, say, maybe taking $1 and putting it into something, or $5, have you ever won anything major like a lotto, maybe a raffle, a football pool? You know, a lot of people do Super Bowl pools or something along those lines. You chose the questions.
I know. And I had an idea, and now I'm what?
You won on Angie's thing.
You won Chuck, right?
Oh, she won my heart.
I got the right. No, I don't.
You play lotto?
I don't.
Oh, okay. No scratchers or anything like that?
No. I don't know. Like at one, so probably, I'm trying to think, did I have Chanel? Probably about 25 years ago, I was down in Florida with my mom and my stepdad, and we went to the bingo hall,
Yeah.
And I won like 3 times in a row. And I won enough money to pay for my vacation. And I thought that the old people that were in
I was about to say, did they start a revolt thinking that you had rigged the system somehow?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I won. I mean, we used to go to bingo here and there. I think the most I ever won was 200. But then, over the course of the next few weeks, it went right back to the bingo hall anyway.
Right.
That was a long time ago. That was in a previous lifetime.
Yeah. That was our Wednesday night thing. We went down to the bingo hall.
Yeah, I think it was it was the same here. It was like Tuesday or Wednesdays. It was I don't know what it stands for, but it's similar to a VFW or a KC hall. It was a SPJST.
Oh.
Don't know what that is, but it's very much along the lines of a VFW or a KC hall, Knights Columbus. But yeah, we'd go there and play bingo. It was either Tuesday or Wednesday nights. It's like quarter beer for the first hour or so. Then people get too rowdy. So
nice.
it was fun. All right. We are in that time of year. It is spring. It's been spring down here. We're edging into summer now because it's been in the 90s. Except for last night, we had a cool front come in. But
it's been in the 90s.
The last from Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, it was in the 90s.
Wow.
Today is Wednesday. So last night, my son and I were out on the back patio. We had just fired up the grill because he's going out camping with some friends of his, kind of a senior, high school senior, end of the year kind of blowout or whatever.
Yep.
And he's taken one of our grills here, and he would just want to make sure he knew how to use it and everything. So we're out there, and as soon as we lit it, I'd say about 5 minutes later, it went from still to like 35-mile-an-hour winds. The trees were leaning over and all that. We didn't get any rain,
no
lightning or anything like that, but there was all kinds of warnings up north of us. But yeah, stepping out today, it's like in the upper 60s, lower 70s, which is not too bad for this time of year.
Yeah.
90 over the weekend. That sucked.
So is it humid too, or is it?
Oh yeah. We're being close to the Gulf. I mean, we're 84 miles from the Gulf. So
okay.
Yeah, we get the humidity, especially when the wind is drawn from the south off the Gulf.
Wow.
So yeah. But anyway, that being said, that's kind of what I was leaning into. It's a warm spring summer day. I know you guys are kind of getting into the temperature change there. You got a pocket full of cash. Where are you going?
Garage sailing.
Garage sales. That's your first choice.
I
know Chuck likes his auctions.
Yeah.
But yeah, you like the garage sales, yard sales,
yep.
Estate sales type thing?
I'll do estate sales, but they're pretty pricey up in our area. So I don't really have very good luck.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have much better luck at yard sales. So, and I feel like at yard sales, like you can barter with people and
right,
make deals and stuff, where at the estate sales, it's like, no, we have it marked. This is what you pay. Like usually on the last day, they'll do like 50% off, but that's about all you're getting. So
I see somehow whenever I did my switch over, I was taking the questions you chose and I put them over onto another blank document so I could print it out. That was a reseller question. So I went 3 non-reseller questions and into a reseller question. So I'm now trying to pull up the original to see where I went wrong, other than waking up this morning.
I'm just glad to know that I'm not the only person that screws up stuff.
Well, it was like the very first one I did with Jen's Closet Gems. It wasn't even mine. But it thankfully StreamYard, it saves it, and you can, post it and just say that it was live. It was interviewed live, but we had to rebroadcast as far as the questions went. Okay, so I did find the original. So we'll get into the reselling questions, and then I'll try to figure out where I went wrong with the non-reselling questions.
Okay.
Another basic one for everybody that has been on the show thus far is, when did you start reselling, or how long have you been a reseller?
So it was probably about 5 years ago when we started on eBay, but I've always kind of been a reseller. Like I would buy stuff and flip it.
Locally?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've been doing that for years. Like I remember when my oldest daughter was about 3, getting a hold of some Beanie Babies and flipping the Beanie Babies.
Oh, yeah.
and she's 25 now. So that's
No, yeah, I remember that. Yeah, back in the late 90s, early 2000s, we did try the Beanie Baby thing for a little bit. But one of our biggest things was the Wii. Like when the Wii first came out, the game system.
oh
It was very hard to come by. And then like when Toys R Us or one of the other toy chains down here, or even say like Target, Walmart, whoever was carrying it, whenever they would get them, they would put you in a drawing, or you had to get a number and stand in line.
oh wow.
Well, we were able to get multiple numbers, and we bought. I mean, we didn't have a ton of money. We were. This was my ex-wife, and we were, paycheck to paycheck. But we found enough money to be able to buy 4 of them. I think they were like $199 a piece at the time, so that was $800. But we doubled our money. We sold each one of them on eBay, the old system eBay.
Yeah.
Where you had to wait for the money to come in and all that. But yeah, we sold all 4 of them for right around $400 each.
Nice.
So yeah, we had doubled our money. And it was like right before Christmas. I want to say it was like mid-November.
Oh.
Late October or mid-November. So we were in the 4th quarter. But that was before I was, any kind of a reseller or knew any kind of reseller jargon. There you go.
I don't know. I say out. So.
Oat and a boat. Yeah.
Out the boat.
No, but then I've over the years before I got back into eBay, I would like I mentioned the grills earlier. I'm a huge Weber grill fan, and both the charcoal and the gas grills, and I can find them usually pretty cheap around here. People are just getting rid of them. Matter of fact, I've got one for free that's worth $400. I kept it. It's mine.
Nice.
But yeah, I'm able to buy a grill for $10, $15, $20, clean it up. Sometimes that's all it needs is just to be cleaned up, and then sell it again for $60, $70, $80, just depending on which one it is.
Yeah.
I know they have value, and I know they last a long time as long as you take care of them. So yeah, they have some good resale value. Some people just don't know what they have. They got it as a gift or whatever. So
yeah, we actually had our Weber grill. When did that die? Like 5 years ago, maybe?
A gas grill?
Well, no, it was the I shouldn't say it died. It was the charcoal grill. But my mom and dad bought it when they were married, and they've been divorced since I was 6.
Yeah.
So, yeah, wow. And she just gave it to me, and I had it like when I moved out. I had it, so that thing had been around for like 30 some years. Yeah. And then it kind of like fell apart on me. So
wow.
I'm gonna get my second grill. Yeah, we don't do the electric or the gas.
Yeah, no. I was never much of a gas grill guy, but when I started flipping them, I kind of got used to them because I would test them out after I cleaned them. I would test them out and throw some burgers or a steak or some pork chops or something on there just to test it out. And
sure,
it's not the same as cooking on a charcoal grill, but for a quick meal, if you don't have the time to put into it, it's
quicker and easier. It's kind of like a microwave.
25 minutes, you're in and out. You're got the food back in the house.
Yeah,
you're good to go. So, enough about me. Let's see. Let's get back into we're still on the reseller questions. Okay. Do you have a favorite item to source or something that you're always on the lookout for? It might be something, and I know with me, it's this situation. It may be something that you bought in the past that you didn't really know a whole lot about, and it's sold quickly and for a good profit. Do you keep your eye out constantly for things like that, or do you have something that you always look for? Whether it be a Starbucks coffee mug or whatever.
No, and it's so like where we're at, we have to kind of just take whatever we can find.
Sure.
But I do tend to look at the women's clothing probably first, and then like the shoes, just because for me, it's the easiest to take care of, to list, to ship. It's not going to break. I don't have to worry about it.
And did you have a little more knowledge on that before reselling, or is it something that you've just kind of learned as you've?
No, there was a huge learning curve when it came to women's clothing. And actually, when I first started, I was doing men's clothing, and I thought that was a lot easier for me to do men's clothing. And then I just happened to come upon a garage sale that had a bunch of women's clothing, and it was super cheap. And I thought, well, I'll take a chance at it.
Right.
And I was amazed at how quickly it was selling. So I'm like, okay, I'll, start picking up that, and it just kind of snowballed from there. So
yeah,
it's easy, and I like easy things. I don't have to think about it.
Yeah, no, true. And that's why, like, I'll buy a lot of the men's clothing just because I know it, and I'll buy bigger sizes. I'm a bigger guy, so I kind of know the bigger sizes sell and are in demand.
Well, they're hard to find. Yeah,
sure.
I shop for Chuck, and
Yeah.
It's super hard to find his size.
And as far as women's clothing, like I said, before we got on air here, I was mentioning some jeans. I just found a couple of, brands of jeans that I kind of keep an eye out for. The Miss Me, and then I forget the other one. I can picture the logo, but I just can't think of what the name of it is. But yeah, so I'll keep an eye out for that. I haven't bought any women's like tops or anything like that. I'll get like athletic shoes, like running shoes, women's Adidas or New Balance or Asics or the Hokas or whatever.
Yep.
I don't buy any, heels or anything like that.
Yeah, and I don't
That's
either. I
resale.
stay away from the heels because I don't know. I'm in a sweat.
Yeah.
I don't wear heels.
Yeah. No, my wife's the same way. She bought something recently that is kind of elevated her a little bit, and she's like, I haven't worn heels in so long. I don't know how to walk in these things anymore.
Yeah.
She's like, she's debating on whether or not to keep them, but yeah. But I've sold some of her stuff because she's been kind of going through her closet, and every once in a while she's like, you think this has any value? I said, I don't know. Let me look it up. Look it up real quick. Heck yeah. Let's try it out. And so we've sold a few things of hers, but she knows more about it. So I get all the information from her as I'm listing it. And of course, when it sells, the money goes to her. So
Nice.
Yep. Okay, let's go along here. We have one more on the, what were we doing? We were doing the non-reselling ones. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Oh, no. Okay. Because you said 1, 2, 3, and 7. Let me get back to this. Way to be prepared, Keith. I'm just as prepared as I am on my live videos. 1, 2, 3, and 6. Okay. So number 6. Oh, no, we did that one.
Yeah, you did 6.
No, let me get the numbers for the other ones. So that was 3 non-reseller or reseller questions. 1, 2, 7, and 8. Okay.
Just as long as you don't ask me what my stats are.
Right. No, I don't know. I mean, who does that?
I don't know. Weirdos.
Okay, so we're gonna go. But I think that was it for resellers because I did cross over one of the reseller questions earlier. So there's 2 more non-reselling questions.
Okay.
Other than looking at Chuck every day, is there anything that scares you or that you're deathly afraid of?
No, I would say there's
Spiders,
2 things that I have a fear. I don't know that I would say it was a fear. So one thing is I'm afraid that something bad is going to happen to somebody that I care about.
Yeah.
We've been through some tragedy.
Sure.
Enough Chuck bashing. And the second thing is, I think that's the most important thing, and I need to keep that in my right there so I can see it. I don't want to die without living up to my potential.
Okay.
That's the best way to put it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Get everything done that you want to do, and
Yeah. I don't want fear to keep me down.
Sure.
So.
Yeah. No, that's cool. But just back along those lines, though, is there any critters or anything that scare you? Or are you spiders, snakes?
Snakes. Yeah, I don't like snakes.
And I've been having dreams about snakes lately.
Yeah, I don't like snakes.
I've been having dreams about snakes lately, and I've looked it up, and it's either one way or the other. It's either you're anxious and that something bad is going to happen, or that something is changing in your life for the good.
Yep.
Why would I have a dream about snakes if something is changing for the good? Can't stand that.
Yeah, I've actually had it where I've had a dream where I've gotten bit by a snake, and I can feel it, but then I wake up and I have pins and needles because of the way I was sitting on my arm. But yeah, I'm like, why was I dreaming that I got bit by a snake?
I'll have to look it up. But when I was a kid, I had a dream that birds were attacking me and pecking me all over the place.
No.
And you wake up right away, and you same thing. You just kind of feel those pins and needles kind of things. But there was nothing. I mean, it was just a dream.
Yeah.
I was probably 7, 8, 9 at the time. So yeah, I'll have to look that one up and see what that was. Maybe I just watched the birds.
I was going to say maybe you were sneaking in while they were watching the birds.
So, all right. One more question, and this is the non-reselling side. And we did touch on a movie earlier, but what are your favorite types of movies to watch besides The Karate Kid? Comedies, drama, romance, biographies, action movies, holiday movies, chick flicks.
No, I'm not a chick flick person.
Mm-hmm.
I like comedies, and I like dark comedies.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's a good one. That's a good answer. Yeah, something that kind of keeps you in suspense, but it's also entertaining and funny. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good one. All right. Well, you survived. You made it. That was 8
Woo-hoo.
questions, I think.
I don't
Even
know. I
though I
was
kind of
going.
jumbled them all up, I was just trying to keep you on your toes.
That's all right.
You had 2 weeks to prepare for this, I think, and so did I. But you see how prepared I was. So, do you have anything coming up? This is the point of the show where you can promote either your channel or your significant other's channel, or any live shows you have coming up or events.
I am going to be meeting a couple other YouTubers on Friday to
Oh
do some
wow!
garage sailing. So we'll try to get some footage. We
Cool.
won't try. We will get some footage.
Good deal.
So hopefully I can get that out next week.
Don't use the waterproof case.
No, I you know, when he told me that, he's like, what do you think happened?
And we have one, and I've considered using it, but that does make it kind of more obvious if you're wearing it on your shoulder or whatever, because it's like clear and just right there. But yeah, I've got the harness. Well, not a harness. It's just like a one-sided thing. I still haven't used it yet. I just haven't got the nerve. So
Yeah.
But okay, so you have an event, so that'll be on a video probably next week sometime.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to mention the other people, or are you just going to leave?
Oh yeah, it's Out Country Sales.
Oh, okay. Amber and Mike.
Yeah, so they're not far from us.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
I knew you guys were up there kind of close. I just didn't know if there was anything else. Houston is such a big city. I saw Travis in here earlier, Bartomania. He's on South Houston, which basically that puts us like an hour and a half away, even though we're in the same city or locale.
Yeah.
We're an hour and a half away. And that's always a running joke. Houston is an hour away from Houston. So
Nice. I didn't realize it was that big.
it is. It's spread out. Not quite as spread out as like LA, but it's spread out. Yeah. All right. Well, cool. That is going to do it. We made it. You survived. Just one little plug that I have. We do have a Monday show with Danny on Pickle Resellers, the Resellers Goal Show. I'm not sure if it's going to go on the next 2 weeks because, again, I have family commitments. My son's graduating high school. So this coming Monday is senior awards night. And the following Monday is his actual graduation ceremony. So I won't be on that show, but I am going to try to put out some what's olds and some haul videos and whatnot.
This year went by really fast. Did it go by fast for you guys too? The school
year? It did. Even though with the quarantine and the online schooling and everything, I'm pointing this way because that's his room is upstairs. But yeah, we set him up with my laptop up there because it had a camera on it, and he had to do all of his schooling and all that. And plus playing sports, they still went through summer camps and everything, not knowing if they were going to have a football season, not knowing if they were going to be able to go to the building itself.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was just a weird year. So the fall went by a little slow, and each week we kept thinking in the back of our head, oh, they're going to shut this down at any minute again. And they did. But yeah, once the football season was over and the holidays went through, this semester, the spring semester, yeah, it's gone by quick. And like every day or every other day, we're having an end of the year award ceremony or performance or banquet or whatever. Well, they're not having banquets because you can't go anywhere that they're serving food right now like that. But they still hold the ceremonies in the auditorium at the school. So it's it's been a rush, and that's our baby. That's our last one. So it's been bittersweet, but it's been fun going through the process again. So yeah, it's cool. So you guys have 2 daughters or 1 daughter?
We have 2 daughters and 1 son.
1 son. Okay, oh, that's right. Yeah, the son dressed up like Dwight Schrute. I remember that. Episode. Yeah. So how far are they from all being out?
So my oldest she'll be graduating. She doesn't know if she's going to graduate in June or in September, but she's graduating with her master's.
Oh, wow. Cool.
Yeah, she's in California right now. And then our middle child is just finishing up her first year in college. And then our youngest one is just finishing up his freshman year in high school. So,
okay. So he's still got a few more years before you can give him the boot.
Yeah.
So, well, cool. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, we were a combined family. We had 6 altogether. But yeah, all the older ones, there's a gap the next oldest, like my son right now, he's 18, the youngest, and the next oldest is 27. So there was a little bit of a gap there.
Yeah.
Those were from my previous marriage, and then her older kids are from her previous marriage. So, but yeah, it's been bittersweet, but we're still looking forward. He's got college lined up and everything, so we're looking forward to that. So, without rambling on too much longer, I do want to thank you for taking the time out and for understanding the reason that we had to put off the original airing of this show. And thank you so much for agreeing to come back on this evening so we can get this series kicked back in. And it's been fun to kind of get to learn a little bit about you. And, we've learned a little bit about Chuck before. He was one of the guests, and I was a guest on his show. So, yeah, we're basically all reseller buddies now, right? So to speak. So.
Reselling family.
Yeah. Well, I know Chuck's probably got to eat, so and then go right to bed because it's getting close, right? It's 8:20.
8:30. Yeah, it's about his bedtime.
Yeah. I'll let you guys go. Thank you so much, Marcie. I appreciate it. If you have not subscribed to Marcie, the information should be below if this guy did the job right. But yeah, check her channel out, and also Chuck. They're I guess to coin a phrase from your part of the woods, you guys are a hoot to watch. So it's really fun to kind of get to learn other people from different parts of the country. And there's some other guys that I watch from Australia and Ireland and England. It's a good community, and it's been fun to kind of get to learn everybody as we go. And each week I'm going to try to, broaden that horizon and get to learn people from all over the country and different parts of the world if I can schedule some of those. So, all right. So we will let you guys go. Thanks so much. It has been the 8 at 8 series. This was episode number 5, I think. So next week, I don't have a firm commitment yet, but as soon as I find that out, I will announce it on one of my What Sold or haul videos. So thanks so much for joining us. We will say goodnight. Marcie, parting words? Be awesome to each other.
Be excellent to each other.
Be excellent to each other. That's what it is.
Hurry on, dudes.
All right. Well, have a good night.